Uttara Ashadha is a highly optimistic nakshatra. Men and women born in this nakshatra are found to be optimistic, hopeful, and also energetic. The very essence or meaning of Uttara Ashadha is attaining victory in life, but at a later phase of life. And so, generally, men and women born with moon in Uttara Ashadha attain success in their late 40s. Duty first. When it comes to Uttara Ashadha, the native is very much focused on doing his duty sincerely, and generally the native gives first priority to executing his duty than to his family. So ideally, Uttara Ashadha is not a family first person, but a duty first person. And so natives born with moon in Uttara Ashadha do extremely well in the police force and in the military as well. Whenever there is a mention of moon in Uttara Ashadha, I visualize a military commander in charge or a strong warrior who enjoys the good support of his people. These are mass leaders. They have a magnetic personality, and moreover, evolved souls born with moon in Uttara Ashadha always help those in need. In fact, they love to live for others' well-being. Reminds me of that beautiful quote of Paramahans Yogananda. There is a magnet in your heart that will attract true friends. That magnet is unselfishness, thinking of others first. When you learn to live for others, they will live for you. Uttara Ashadha is a highly humanistic by nature. And so generally evolved souls born on Uttara Ashadha don't give much importance to religion. To them, humanity is the only religion. The famous Hollywood star Brad Pitt is born with moon in Uttara Ashadha Nakshatra. He has been very active in contributing to humanitarian and political causes. Interest in social upliftment, politics, and humanitarian causes comes naturally to moon in Uttara Ashadha Nakshatra. The very first US President, George Washington, was also born with moon in Uttara Ashadha Nakshatra. As mentioned earlier, these natives are highly optimistic. The American Revolutionary War against the British Army continued for 8 long years. However, George Washington remained optimistic and never gave up. It was George Washington's optimism that was one of the greatest resources of America during the 8 years of the Revolutionary War. Optimistic, hopeful, but also realistic is what depicts the whole essence of moon in Uttara Ashadha Nakshatra. Moon in Uttara Ashadha is a staunch enemy of moon in Adra Nakshatra and moon in Mula Nakshatra. And so natives born with moon in Uttara Ashadha should be cautious while dealing with men and women born with moon in Adra and Mula Nakshatra. Sun signifies ego. When moon is in Virgo Uttara Falguni, the ego demands attention through intellectualism. When moon is in Taurus Kritika, the ego demands attention through the accumulation of wealth. And when moon is in Uttara Ashadha, the ego demands real power. The pleasure of ruling over the masses. It is said that power is never given, it is taken. And moon in Uttara Ashadha native knows very well on how to take power, how to attain real power. Capricorn is a highly political sign, and moon in Uttara Ashadha provides all the qualities to succeed in politics. Then whether the politics is at the national level, international level, or in the local office. These natives are highly competitive when it comes to playing the game of politics. Too much ambition to attain the seat of power leads them to many challenges and miseries. But since they are born to attain power, they take great pleasure in walking through the many challenges of life until they attain the supreme seat of power. And so many of them become CEO, COO, and founding member of organizations. In fact, George Washington, the first US president, was also one of the founding fathers of the US. Industrious and hardworking, natives born on Uttara Ashadha rise to higher levels of career. In fact, these natives are highly career-oriented individuals. A woman born on Uttara Ashadha is indeed a career woman and generally advocates for woman empowerment. Such a woman is totally determined to rise in her life. There is no force more powerful than a woman determined to rise. Level-headed and sorted person is what you get with a strong moon in Uttara Ashadha Nakshatra. Uttara Ashadha Nakshatra fellows are outgoing and they generally are found to have a large circle of friends. In today's age of social networking, Uttara Ashadha natives are the ones who can and who are doing great on social platforms. They have a huge following and they know how to drive their social networking platforms to gain more momentum among their fans and followers. I personally like native born with moon in Uttara Ashadha Nakshatra. Although they have the necessary qualities of Lord Saturn, such as being pragmatic and realistic, they also have the outgoing, frank disposition of Lord Sun, making them a perfect person for executive managerial roles. In fact, many men and women with this placement have done extremely well in management careers. Always remember, Uttara Ashadha means power, real power. And in the old days, especially in the Indian subcontinent, the man who ruled over the whole world was addressed as Chakravarti.